But I finally made a mono black Massacre Girl deck.
Ooh,
Ooh,
that's your commander.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, baby.
I have like 50 something in here, 56 cards, but I haven't added lands yet, so I think it's basically there. I just need to go through tag things, see if it's like balanced, and then I can add or remove a couple more and it might be good to go. I'll show you the card that I want to do shenanigans with. It's called Tree of Perdition.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so exchange target opponent's life total with Tree of Perdition's toughness, and then I just have like every possible way to like search for this or get it back from the graveyard, and I'm just yeah,
Oh,
sort of
then
like
you can also kill him because if I remember right, it's like toughness is 13. You can also kill him with the
Triskaidekaphobia.
Triskaidekaphobia. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
oh, really?
I love Triskaidekaphobia.
Is that a blue card though?
It's
It's
a black
black.
card.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've won with it a couple times.
Triskaidekaphilia is blue, and that's the creature. Phobia is black, and it's the enchantment, and they just reprinted it in Innistrad Remastered, so it's pretty accessible now.
Yeah, you just gotta,
Oh my God.
yeah, you gotta get them to 13. So
That's
do math
sick.
and like not let them know what you're getting them to, and then boom,
Yeah,
gone. I,
there's a little
I,
bit.
I did
Oh,
it
go
to
ahead.
Dylan one time, and it made it. He's scared of that card from now on.
I That's actually perfect for that. But part of the deck was making it to where I can reduce the toughness a little bit to make it a little bit easier. Oh no, my mouse is dying. Oh no.
Do like little mouse CPR.
You know what's funny is like I made that joke about, hey, we only have this much time left, but Josh and I did a one where we were like, oh, we've only got 3 hours, but we'll never reach that point. And then we almost went over the 3 hours
Yeah.
Ooh,
just talking about our
damn.
decks.
Yeah. So like maybe it wasn't the best idea for me to count every whisker on the otter cards, but I thought it was worth it.
Oh,
A
it was
one, a
fun though.
two. I lost count. Let me go back.
Justice for Lutri. That just
Yeah. Uh, so Keith, it's just been me and Josh for a little while,
Hmm.
but you and I went to pre-release together. So
Yes, sir.
I feel like we should talk about our pre-release, how it went and what we did and stuff like that. Since we kind of you and I went to the same place, but Josh went somewhere else that had like a ridiculous amount of people playing in it. So let's talk about pre-release since we talked about preview. So we'll go into pre-release and see how it went. You down? Down a
Yes,
clap.
sir.
yeah.
Josh, how did it go over at Moonshot?
Oh, it went really well. It was nicely organized. There were 59 people. Not to brag, but I got 10th, which is
Oh.
not too shabby. Not too shabby for out of 59. Like
What
uh,
what kit did you go with?
I wound up actually going with a teamer deck. It was I didn't get to choose. It was really competitive, so they didn't want anyone to have like a competitive edge. So it was random. I was happy with what I got. The actually still have it all together right here. And
Oh,
yeah, so the MV do you want me to just kind of point out a couple of MVPs for my deck?
yeah, go for it.
Okay. Uh, Probably my favorite pull for limited that did like the most work for me was this Ambling Storm Shell.
Oh,
Turtle.
little turtle,
Yeah, I also got the fancy
turtle,
art on
turtle.
it, so that was pretty sick. But in limited, so it is three in a blue and has ward two. That rhymes. It's pretty sick. Whenever this creature attacks, put three stun counters on it and draw three cards. Whenever you cast a turtle, untap this creature. So you'd think, yeah, no, it's, after you swing with it, it'd be down for the count. There ain't no way it's going to be up swinging again. But guess what? I pulled a second turtle.
Oh,
So,
turtle.
so it was a nice sneak attack because people thought they would have like another turn to like recover from it, and then I can deplete the stun counters because with stun, the if a permanent with a stun counter would untap, remove counter instead. So it just kind of you get through those counters a little faster than you think. I have the ringing strike mastery as well. So I'd put that on my own turtle, also deplete the stuns back.
Oh
So
yeah.
as I had a turtle power, and they were not prepared.
Very nice. Keith, did you have any turtles?
No turtles for me.
Oh,
Um, did have some little goblins though, kind of on point. I think I have it right here also. I ended up choosing the Jeskai colors out of the pre-release, and I really wanted to stick with that, so I tried to make it work, and it kind of didn't for me, unfortunately. I tried to combine some like Mardu, like Mobilize with like the Jeskai Flurry, but I didn't exactly have all the support I needed for that. A bit of an uphill battle for me because my mana curve was really leaning towards the low end. So late game, I was kind of just hoarding my little weenies and I couldn't really do anything. So
Yeah.
yeah, I ended up going like 2 and 3 overall.
we didn't have
So
as many people playing in ours, Josh, when we were at
yeah.
next level. We only had 32 people.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you had
all.
to pre-order and everything.
But
Yeah.
but I came in 10th as well. So,
Nice. Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
Uh
so yeah.
yeah, and we kind of got to pick, but then there were some kits that were already gone. So then there were only like what, Keith, like two or three that we could choose. I think it was three that we could
Yeah,
choose
they
from.
were out of like Mardu and Sultai, I think, because we played on Sunday and there was a pre-release on Friday and Saturday before it, so we kind of got the last pick.
Yeah. Some
Yes.
people were given like just packs too, like they didn't get the kits. So we
Oh,
got
I didn't
lucky
know
and
that.
got, yeah, we got lucky and got a kit. So that was nice.
Yeah. Was there like a matchup that you felt like you were particularly weak to?
Um, People who knew how to build build and limited.
I said it before, but there's that one artifact that's green. What is it called? It like herd it
Oh, I
lets
got
them
you. I
yeah,
actually pulled it
bust
and
it
it did
out.
work for me.
That
Oh,
card was like the bane of my night because everyone had it, everyone was drawing
Oh,
cards,
that
everyone was
stupid
getting
shield.
trample.
Yes,
yeah.
that shield.
Okay, let's
Oh,
see
that
it.
this comboed with the turtle very nicely. It was extra rude.
What
I was very lucky.
what's the name of it, Josh?
It is the hurt
Herd heirloom?
The Hurt
herd
Locker?
heirloom. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
S-
there was a person that I was playing that had like two or three of those. And then I I had a couple undergrowth leopards that you could like sacrifice the leopard and it would either destroy an artifact or an enchantment.
Hmm.
And I would either have to destroy that or there would be like a ridiculous enchantment that I'd have to destroy. Like I was so happy that I put two of those in the deck.
Yeah.
Yes, those
Is this
leopards do
yeah.
work.
Yeah, this guy right here. Yep.
Yeah. Yep,
I
they do
had
work.
I had no answers to artifacts, only like creature removal, and it showed. It hurt pretty bad.
Yeah,
Uh
I went Teamer, but then when I built the deck, I went Ink, which is like everything except for black. Um, and it kind of worked out. Like that was the first time that I really did the math and counting when it came to lands and things, and I feel like it really worked out. And it also helped that I pulled a Swiftwater Cliffs, Rugged Highlands, Windscarred Crag, Tranquil Cove, Evolving Wilds, and then I got a Frontier Biovac, which is three colored land. And then I got two of the villages. I got the Mistrise Village and the Kishla Village. So like I got really lucky on like 2 and 3 colored lands and then pulling in evolving wilds. And so I felt like that's what really helped me was going in and kind of remembering what you had told me before, Josh, of like counting and doing the math of like making sure that you have this many pips and this meant like just really making sure I solidified that. And it really helped this time because this was probably the best I've done in a really long time.
Oh, that's awesome to hear. I think my strategy, I did not get a ton of low to the ground guys. Something that was huge for me for early threats because I feel like getting bum rushed by a Jess guy was my biggest threat because I was kind of mid-range teamer. How were you guys running the ringing strike mastery at all? It
Yeah.
is so that putting that on the early threats and like building up to my turtles or uh the dragons that the omen dragons where you can uh like do
Oh,
one
yeah.
side or the other,
Yep.
like building up so those like mid-range flying just surviving to get out those like mid-range like flying creatures out was huge.
I had some, so I had some removal and like kind of traps that I was setting to kind of help with like when I got stuck. So I had two of the Stormplane Detainments in the deck, which are like 3 cost, two colorless and a white. Um, Enchantments that when this enchantment enters, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until this enchantment leaves. And I felt like I ran into quite a few people that didn't have any enchantment removal, so I got pretty lucky in that way. And then I had two of Sarkhan's resolves, which were one in a green instance that would either give creatures +3/+3 or destroy a creature with flying. And with dragons, like that was necessary if I didn't have any blockers or anything. And then I had a Rally the Monastery and a Narset's Rebuke. So like making sure to have like those kind of things was super helpful.
Rally the Monster is super good. I tried to recur that as often as I could. That was kind of like my clutch right there. My main goal was just to get like my one dragon out. It's a Meringue
Oh yeah.
River Regent. It's a 6/7. It's pretty much my only bomb, and hopefully, you know, I whittled people down enough to put like a 2 turn clock on them and then answer every other flyer or whatever,
It was
I've
kind
so I
actually
could let
Go
that
ahead.
sneak in there.
I was gonna say I've actually on Arena already. I was playing around and I've seen like people use that like on standard rank already in their mid-range control decks, and
It's good.
it's pretty potent. It's effective for sure.
Yeah,
I,
especially if you've got ways to keep bringing it back too.
yeah,
It's
I
a
want
really
to
good
play
one.
some standard. I'm thinking about installing Arena again.
Yeah, I would like to. I don't know if it would be a good idea.
Arena's sneaky because you'll start it like you'll be like, I can do a game before bed, and then I'll be like 5 in the morning, and you're like, oh, I
Yeah.
have to wake up still for work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a trap.
Yeah. 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 So it was a fun time. I felt like. Did you have what were some good pulls that you had that you didn't put in your deck, Josh?
Fun thing that I didn't get to use because it didn't really synergize with my deck, but I do kind of want to play around with the card in some capacity, is Stillness in Motion. It's a blue enchantment for 1 and a blue. At the beginning of your upkeep, mill 3 cards. Then, if your library has no cards in it, exile this enchantment and put 5 cards from your graveyard on top of your library in any order. I
Hmm.
have the Sidisi, the original Sidisi deck, where whenever zombies or like whenever a creature card's put into your graveyard from your deck, you make a 2/2 black zombie. So that seems like a good way to run that. Then, so it's like a fun addition that I didn't run here, but I have something I could definitely find utility in. And then another one that I didn't get to run because I didn't run Jeskai and I ran Teamer instead. But I did get the Narset Jeskai Way Master. Uh, it is, of course, Jeskai cost, and so a blue, red, and white. And at the beginning of your end step, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw cards equal to the number of spells you've cast this turn. I think it would be fun to run that with Captain Howler,
Oh
the
yeah.
pirate
Cool.
from Aetherdrift. So, like, whenever you discard cards, you get to give something +2/+0. So, I was just like scheming there is like, oh, there's some already like good things that you want to discard in Aetherdrift. So, just kind of slap every, and they're in like the is it colors, so you have access to all the blue, red, in Aether Drift that synergizes with it super well. So might have to mess around and do something gross with that.
Yeah, I got that. I got that card and got the cool little alternate frame version of it, and it's pretty sweet. I'm excited about that card.
Mhm. Did you guys buy any of the Tarkir precons?
I did
No.
not. I know Sam did though. Did you pick up any of the precons?
Yes, I actually picked up the Jeskai one because I am in the spell slinging phase of my life. I never thought I'd be here, but here I am.
How do you like it? Have you been able to play with it yet?
I have, yeah. So I was kind of playing around with the different commanders. Of course, there's the Narset set that gives you a card advantage for Flurry, which is like playing t your second spell on a turn, and then there's the Asheen, which not Asheen. Oh my goodness, the Jin. Uh, bail me out. You like him, Keith? You like her, Keith? Help me.
Oh no. Oh. Yeah, it's the cool looking Jin. Oh God.
Anyway, it's the Jeskai Jin. While Keith bails me out here,
I'm
that's
on it.
whenever it deals damage, you get to make that many monks with prowess, and it's kind of bouncing back which one to use. But it's a fun little precon. Of course, I feel like it needs just a little bit more options for protecting your commander because
Ooh.
they are your engine pieces, and the Dijin one's only a 1/1,
Uh,
and so it's
is he?
Elsha, threefold master, trample
Oh,
prowess, 1/1. Deals
yeah.
combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 white monk creature tokens
Creature
creature
tokers.
tokens with prowess.
just
It's a creature toker.
it's not the 420 episode, Keith. Do not cheat.
A little jump in the gun there.
That's next week. Oh, I was just looking at the picture that I sent. I got two of those Jeskais or Narsets, Jeskai
Ooh.
Waymasters. Ooh,
No
ooh,
way.
ooh,
Yeah, all
ooh.
my creatures that I pulled in the pre-release were like teamer colors, and I was just so determined to do Jeskai.
Did you
But
see the did did you see that I got the Jeskai Revelation, Josh?
ooh,
Ooh. No,
That's
that's
that's I got it out of a prize pack. So it's kind of expensive. It's four colorless and then blue, red, white. It's an instant and it's got a lot on it. It says return target spell or permanent to its owner's hand. Jeskai Revelation deals 4 damage to any target. Create two 1/1 white monk creature tokens with prowess. Draw 2 cards. Gain 4 life.
yeah. You know,
So much stuff.
yeah, if you just copy that, then it's even more disgusting.
It's otter chaos, if you
Yes.
will.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, there is a card I wanna. It's not particularly good to my knowledge, but I enjoy the art of it a lot. It's actually an uh, Abzan card. It is the Severance Priest. It's a Djinn
oh,
cleric.
I'm looking
Uh,
at it right now.
Yeah. Death Touch. When this creature enters, a target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. If you do exile that card, when this creature leaves the battlefield, the exiled card's owner gets an XX white spirit token where X is the mana value. So it's good, decent hand control, and you get a Death Toucher, so it can be a deterrent. So I guess it's pretty good. I just love that Scott Murphy, the artist, put the stankiest stank face ever on this card. It is
So
just,
nice.
yeah, it's pristine. It's no notes.
Yeah, I got mine right here. Shiny
Oh,
for
you got
Oh,
the
we
promo.
both.
promo version.
I
Yeah.
did too. We're promo
Oh,
bros.
Hey,
snap.
We're promo brothers.
I should have made
Promo
my deck
bros.
around this instead. I probably would have done much better.
My
I
promo
had
was the River Regent that you showed, Keith.
oh.
That was my promo, buddy, old
Yeah.
pal.
I feel I could not play mine. I got absolute garbage pulls in black, so it was just like I had all the support and is it mostly blue? I had good blue, and then a little splish of green and a even tinier splish of red and called it a day, but it was mostly a blue deck.
I think my only like big black pull that was okay was I got the Rakshasa, the Rock Curse one.
Oh hell yeah, that's
So
awesome.
I'm excited to play him. I was just like, I don't have enough to do to add black, and I didn't want to play Wooburg, so I was like, I'll just leave black out of it for this one, which is a little different for me. But and I have an update.
What's your update?
I have all of the cards to finish my What If deck now.
Oh
So
heck
the
yeah.
next
Hello.
time we get
Yeah.
together, the What If deck will be running. So
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that'll be sick. I mean, if you need to do a play test or anything like that on spell table or anything, just let me know.
Oh yeah, we should try and do one of those. That'd be fun.
Yeah, just maybe show people that live how many triggers that we can miss.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, that would be fun.
Your deck won't be complicated at all with like 1,000 lore sagas resolving at the same time and coming back from the graveyard and this, that, and the other. No, we'll catch every single one of those.
Yeah, I did it to myself. I even admitted it. I said I wanted to do it because I wanted to have something that I had to pay attention to nonstop, and it's gonna come back and bite me in the butt. But it'll be worth it. It'll be fine. It'll
If
be
that
okay.
deck was if that deck was a precon, instead of having the collector sampler pack with like the cards in it, it just have like an Adderall in it, just like you
Yeah,
gotta pay attention.
don't look away. Oh man. Uh, so we kind of this set since we already kind of talked about how pre-release went. This was a welcome back to Tarkir. So I guess we could kind of talk about it a little bit in this one, and then we can go in more depth maybe next week if everybody's down for it. But what plane would you want to go back to if you could pick one or two, and then we'll narrow it down next episode. But if you could pick a plane that you could go back to that we haven't been to in a minute, where would you want to go, Josh?
My number one would be Cowdime. I loved that set. It is just so cool. I
You just want
saw.
another Kadur.
I do want another Kadur. I think I need a pro that could like Kadur Prime, just full the full mythic, just hyper goad. They're gonna invent hyper goad for Kadur, and I'm excited
Hyper
for it.
super goad. Yeah, that's gonna be goad. Oh man. Especially if they could get Jeff Miracola to kind of work on it again. That'd be sweet. See him kind
Yeah.
of pump him up even more. Keith, where you want to go?
I think my number one is probably Kamigawa. I know Neon Dynasty isn't even that old, but the first Kamigawa was like my first entry in Magic, so I'm just super into it. Plus the like new cyberpunk aesthetic I'm really into. Yeah.
I was gonna say, do you wanna go back there to try and like um make Kamigawa back to what it was before, or did you want to keep it futuristic? But it sounds like you want to keep it futuristic.
Yeah, I'm more into, the Neon Dynasty, I think. And I was reading through the blogs and they like to sort of modernize their sets with like new mechanics that are like more current, and that I don't know, Neon Dynasty like really encapsulates that.
Nice. If I had to pick one, I would probably go with Ikoria. And I know that one hasn't been that long ago. And I would have said Innistrad, you know, if we would have asked this question not too long ago, but we just got the Innistrad remastered. So, and that's kind of, it would have been the same reason that Keith just said uh, Kamigawa, because that's where he started. But I liked Ikoria. I like the mutate. I like the big ol' stompy creatures. I like the crossover with Godzilla. I think that's really freaking cool. Um, and I want to build a like Monarch based deck based around creatures that like fit the Monarch theme, the Godzilla Monarch theme, but also have like magic Monarch type stuff inside of it. So it'd be like double Monarch
King
for
of
Monarch.
Monsters.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes. Big crazy monsters. So
What's the last set that got a lot of Monarch support? Was that like what was the Wicked Roll set with all the
that was
I feel like they had a lot of Monarch
the
cards in there.
fairy tale fairy Eldraine
Yeah, there we go.
when they went back to Eldraine.
Yeah, I really liked whenever they went back to Eldraine too. That's also a fun one. I know we won't get that one in rotation again, but I love the adventure mechanic. Just anytime you can have, it's just so nice for Commander. Anytime you can have dual utility for a card, I'm gonna be drawn right to it.
I feel like they went back to that one pretty quick because I feel like we had um those two sets not very far after one another. So, you know, even though you said that Neon Dynasty came out pretty recently, there's a chance that they could go back to it soonish. You know, I wouldn't count it out, especially with all the fun mechs and everything like that that we have in Aether Drift and everything. It wouldn't be too far gone to try and get more stuff like that out there.
Maybe they can start combining them. Like put some hamsters in a Gundam and combine Bloomborough and Neon Dynasty or something like that. Just just smush them together and make multiple fans happy at the same time, or make everyone sad at the same time and miscalculate. I don't know. I don't do marketing.
Like you miscalculate by putting the hamster in a hamster ball, and then while it's in the hamster ball, it's in a race, and then the ball transforms with the mech, but the hamster's inside the ball and it gets squished when it's like doing its little Rubik's Cube type thing, and then that's where the sadness happens.
No, it's in a reanimation deck. It'll be fine. It'll come right back.
Oh, that makes sense.
Burrow's up there for me too, but again, that's like a super recent set. But lots of cool legendaries that came out of that, like super unique. First
Yeah,
time they've done like an anthropomorphic set like that.
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't even open a box of Bloomborough, and I feel like I missed out. And the other one that I feel like I missed out on is the Baldur's Gate because I opened a lot of Forgotten Realms, and then with Baldur's Gate, I feel like I missed out on some really good dragons and some other like sweet legendaries that I think I should go back to. And
Yeah.
he's opened a lot of that set because he's a big fan of that kind of stuff. And he's always like, yeah, I got this and this and this. And I'm like, dang, that's all good stuff.
Yeah. Background cards, super underrated. Look them up for like your color chart for your deck. You could probably slot one in there.
Yeah. Yeah. No kidding.
Kind of like talking back about revisiting planes and stuff, is there a artist that you would like to see do the features?
What
Ooh.
features are you talking about?
Like the showcase, I should say. I don't know, I said features. I said showcase arts.
Like for the box, like the box art or sorry.
But just like, you'll have like you'll have like the normal prints and the showcase prints. Like
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
like the featured artists.
Okay.
I have an artist that I really like. I even bought their like Kickstarter. Unfortunately, I don't know if their name is pronounced like Johann or Johannes, but it's Johann, it's Voss, and they have like a really iconic like there's this satyr card, and they also designed like all the shrines in Neon Dynasty, like notably. Where is that? But Johannes Voss has a lot of like hyper realistic but ultra colorful and vibrant art. Definitely recommend looking them up.
Hmm.
Really pretty cards.
I think that'd be cool, especially if they did all the shrines and stuff. Then
Ooh, and
that would fit really well.
there's a really like sort of iconic Kaldheim card they did. They did Eska, God of the Tree. It
Yeah,
has like Aurora Borealis in the back. It's just really pretty. Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I can mostly think of. Oh, I found the satyr that's really iconic. Gallia of the Endless Dance. It's red green from Theros Beyond Death. And haste. Other satyrs you control get +1/+1 and have haste. Whenever you attack with three or more creatures, you may discard a card at random. If you do, draw two cards. But the art is just like this cheery satyr, like at a party. I don't know. Wizards has like featured it in a whole bunch of like blogs and other like signage and random things here and there. It's just like very cheerful, happy looking card.
Yeah, that's I can actually picture that art in my head. You said the character and it's like, oh, they use it in marketing. I was like, picture it like her just kind of like almost like got a guy in a headlock
Yep.
almost.
Yep, exactly.
I didn't even have to look it up. It's just like iconic. Yeah. Uh, then I think I wanted to bring that up because I really like the showcase art from the Kaldheim, like the Richard Luong's like Vorinclex is really cool, where it's like kind of like
Oh yeah.
you just gnawing on someone. It's pretty freaking brutal
Yeah.
for a magic card. It's like those are his innards. His innards are outers now, and it's on a magic card, so it's
Did
pretty
you
brutal.
did you didn't you buy a print of that one?
Uh, I really
Like
like
a
that.
poster version of it?
I did buy a poster version of it. Yes, I did. And then
Oh,
yeah,
that's the
I met him at Indie Comic Con. He was super cool. He did and I was just a big fan of his work. So it was really cool to put a face to the artist. That's one of the cool things about going to different events and meeting artists.
whenever I
That's
see that art, well, it reminds me of there's this like classical art piece called Saturn Devouring His Son, where
yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
the most grotesque like thing you can imagine. It's just like haunting. Look it up, Google it.
Give it a Google.
Yeah, look up both of those real quick.
I'm a good you Googleizer.
I actually just watched Zoolander again for the first time in like probably 10 years,
Ooh.
and it holds up like you think a early 2000s comedy would.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh, it's so good. It's one of those movies that
That's
you're
funny.
like, ah, it probably wouldn't get made today, but I'm glad it got made when it did. Uh, so I have a hard time picking like which artist I would want to have just because all the artists that I've met are so nice and getting
uh,
good at what they do and everything. And I, I don't know. It would just kind of depend on like where we went.
yeah,
So like if we went back to like an unset with like a whole bunch of Beebles everywhere, then I would say like Jeff Maricola should do that one. Or like if we were at a place with a whole bunch of goblins, I would say Mr. Laubenstein should do that one with his like goblins and show and tell and like all that kind of stuff. And then like if it was like man, if we did like a like graffiti kind of feel with like a whole bunch of colors and stained glass and that cool little look. I'd see like Justine Jones doing that one. Or it just like I guess it would just depend on where we went because you have a perfect pick for where you're going And then Keith, you have a perfect pick for where you're going, and I just can't. I just don't know where I'd want to go. So I just know, like in my mind, who I feel like would fit like different places too.
I think Leon Tucker would do a good job of like setting the scene for Ikoria. I think he could do some
Yeah,
work. He
shout out
does,
Leon.
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
He does beautiful. I love his lands. He got a hold of uh the
Evolving Wilds.
thank you so much. I almost said Tectonic Rift like a dummy. It was like, no, don't say it. But yeah, he got the Evolving Wilds that look so cool, and he got the Soul Ring and the precons, and I love his scapes. They're really neat.
Yeah.
And he had the tricolored lanes too, or at least one of them, the Jeskai one. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Mm.
Uh, are there any uh let's see.
Oh, he did a tiny bones. Oh wait, no, that's not him. It says
No,
I searched Leon and it picked up Leonard.
Leonard.
Leonardo. Uh,
Oh,
did is there a commander you hope gets like a new treatment, like a new card, like a legendary creature that you want to shine again?
we'll be back right after this.
Do you live in constant fear of a board wipe? Do you stay away from building a hardy board state because you are worried you will waste your mana? Does the thought of a Wrath of God, Damnation, or Final Showdown make you tremble in fear? Try the Teferi's Protection Plan. Teferi's Protection makes board wipes a thing of the past. Teferi's Protection isn't just insurance in the case of a board wipe. We lock in your life total so it won't change either. From Crater Hoof Behemoths to Cyclonic Rifts, we have you covered, and our coverage is the best in the business. Our competitors at Heroic Intervention may offer a 2 CMC plan, but it only protects creatures, and they don't bundle life insurance the way we can. Teferi's Protection has you covered when others say farewell. Okay,
Yep,
let's hear it, Nathan.
it's Nekasar. I want a new
Oh,
Nekasar
yeah, he doesn't
so
even
bad.
have like an
There's
established plane either.
no, he doesn't.
He's just floating around
he's just
somewhere.
a maniacal leader that just he's just around and still, and I want more of him.
I'm
And I know
surprised
people don't like him, but
he feels Eldraine to me, like some sort of like Lich King. I feel like if we
yeah,
went back to Eldraine, they could give him like a little spot, be like a Twisted Kingdom somewhere.
yeah.
Zombie wizard. That would
Just
have worked.
Or
him at just like at a table with Sir Conrad enjoying a feast while like cards are hitting graveyards and you're getting all those triggers. Yeah, absolutely.
you know where else I could see him, which might
Where?
sound, seem it might seem a little weird, but just hear me out. I could see him in Capenna with like
Oh,
he's just hanging out in one of the like crazy rich high-rise places and Obnixilis walks in there and he's just like this is my place and then he turns and sees him and he's like oh shoot and then they team up. I think that'd be pretty sick.
Do you consider him a maestro though?
I don't know. I don't I mean he could be.
Yeah, it's
He's
well,
made
yeah.
people cry sad songs.
Just like it's kind of like the Futurama episode where Fry gets the devil hands to play the instrument.
Yeah.
Nekusar is like, you lost your hands
Yeah.
again and again and again.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Nekusar's remained like relevant for so long, and it has even gotten like secret lair drops and everything, but only really appeared in Commander 2013 and
Yeah.
just been floating in the ether since.
That's crazy. He's like there's
They'll have,
no like
they should bring him back
I've
for
looked it up
sure.
and read it like his story and stuff and I just feel like he could get some more love at some point.
Or maybe put him
Who
in Kaldheim with Narfi.
yeah, that'd be cool. Who were you thinking about, Josh? Who do you want besides Kadur?
So, going back to Kaldheim, I think some of the gods were really interesting. Uh, the like Jorn, the god of winter. I feel like more Snowland uh chicanery would be pretty fun. I have a deck around him that I like a whole lot, just around like the snow creatures, which is uh so I think that's fun. Also, since a lot of the planeswalkers got desparked and Tybalt got bested in Kaldheim, but he got chomped on by Vorinclex, so he might have a little bit uh, of Phyrexian left in him. So it would be cool to maybe see like a Phyrexian Tybalt who's just gone like mad with he's like one of the last things like Phyrexian oil or something like that. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, he's like already crazy and now he's even worse. Keith, do you have a pick?
Um, I didn't have anyone immediately in mind, but I was just searching legendary creatures real quick, and I noticed Animar, Soul of Elements, an old Teamer commander from 2011, only has one card. No one else immediately comes to mind though. A lot of my other picks that I've wanted to build decks with recently popped up in other sets. So
Yeah, I was gonna say like Malcolm's popped up quite a
yeah,
bit, and then
they back to back in
because
a couple sets.
I know you're a Malcolm guy, so
Yeah, and they're all really good too.
yeah. And he's got a lot
Oh,
of cool like little art treatments too, where you
yeah.
can switch them out.
Another Bergie would be cool, which is Kaldheim. Bergie's great.
Yeah.
Hmm.
See, Josh, you're just getting more and more points for Kaldheim. I feel like
Kaldheim is
you might pull
sick.
away with it next week.
Yeah, so you guys better build a case for you guys because I think it's
Yeah, I
kind of
know.
it's kind of on the table. I kind of brought it, put it on the table, opened it. I might take a bite out of it unless you guys have something else you want to bring.
He's laid it on there and it wrecked the table, it feels like.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So how about this? We're talking about fun, kind of like going between plane stuff. Thinking of Bloomborough, where creatures they just kind of take different animals whenever you go there. Can you think of a commander that would be a silly critter, or you would like to see as a silly critter in Bloomborough?
No, I have to think about that.
I know that was a rough one to go off the dome of, but I have I think it'd be fun to have Sidisi in there somehow and it just be like a normal snake instead of like the Grand Naga. It's just like a
Like a garter snake,
yeah, just
where
or
it's
like
like the least grand snake of them all. A worm. Make her a worm.
I don't approve of this downgrades. I don't know why Sidisi sounds like that. That's what I think she sounds like.
Well, that's all right. Nobody knows. Um, man. Uh,
Maybe a nice crab commander. I don't know. Crab.
who who'd be
I've been
crabby?
drawn to the crab.
How about uh I don't know why, but a let's see, it had to be mm,
You can make Chandra a crab.
ooh, you can make Kenny a king crab.
Kinrith?
Yeah.
That would be awesome. That would have been cool, just like a
King crab.
reskin of Kenrith as a king crab. That would have been sweet. See, I think that would have been cool to like get a couple like secret lair type reskins of commanders, but just in a set instead of doing a secret lair
Yeah.
release.
Anyone want to sketch up an altar of that real quick, listeners?
Oh Lord.
Just reach out
Us.
to Modfly,
Yeah.
Ooh,
say, "Hey, I've
okay.
got an
Since
idea."
Dude,
I was
so
just doing my Massacre Girl deck, what would be a good pick for her as a Bloomborough critter?
Oh, I
Ooh.
think she would be a ferret th- or
No,
a
that kind of
stoat.
works.
A
S-
stoat. Dude,
Those are so cute.
oh, if you want to keep thinking they're cute, don't look up any documentaries
Oh
about
no.
them. Just like you'll just see them like having like a decapitated bunny's head going into their burrow and stuff like that. They are massacre. They're little fuzzy wads of massacre. It'd be a perfect fit.
Like the infamous Cruel Claw. Well, I guess that's a weasel. That's such a good looking card too. Infamous Cruel Claw from Bloomburrow.
Yeah, with a sword, like a
Hmm.
Three Musketeer guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so cute.
that's nice. Oh,
Or like, what if you had like established like already creatures that whenever they get there they can finally talk like Toski uh gets to Bloomborough and he's like finally he's just I can talk to
it's been nuts out there.
it's a
And
it's like if
Scatterfang
there's
shows up.
yeah it's just like man I could only talk to those coma coils and like the those his conversations go on and
Oh man, it's like you get rid of one and another one comes back, or two or three. Oh man. Hmm. Sorry, my allergies are terrible.
There's no Fibblethip in Bloomburrow, is there?
No,
I like the way he
there,
looks.
there's no loot either, or a tiny bones. I feel like
Yeah.
those are the three mascots. If you
I mean
could pick one, which one's your favorite? Loot, Fibblethip, or Tiny Bones?
Lute is cute, but I love Fibblethip for sure.
uh yeah it's hard to not love Fibblethip uh though Tiny Bones is also cute. That's rough. I think I'm not just Loot hating I don't necessarily dislike Loot. I just uh he he just doesn't he's just not my favorite.
I just
I
feel
like,
like Loot is more targeted towards like a younger audience. I'm not saying that we're like old heads, but like I just feel like Loot's more of getting, and we saw it at MagicCon, right? We
mhm.
saw like all the people that brought their like younger families and stuff like that, and I feel like they were all drawn to Loot and had like a stuffed animal or the deck box or stuff like that, and I feel like that's where Loot fits in. And then we're more of a Fibblethip kind of generation, I feel like.
If you look at the printings of Fibblethip, it's like there's a cheapification that happened to him, and now he's just a even more goofy little guy. Because his
Yeah,
old like Ravnica remastered art and War the Spark, the other old ones, he just looks like an anxious guy. But on the other ones, he's like little cute and adorable and small and tiny and lost.
you're gonna see him in like a Hello Kitty collab soon.
Or who's the one that they keep doing crossovers with, the like K-pop one?
Hatsune Miku? I mean,
Yes.
that's like, yeah,
Or
J-pop, K-pop.
yeah, I
J-pop.
feel like he could fit into that pretty easily.
He wouldn't know
Slap a
what he was
wig on.
doing there. You just show up
No,
there with like the
exactly.
little wig and everything, and he'd be like, "Oh,
Lost but singing.
yeah."
Oh, what's something dirty that you pulled off during the pre-release? Kind of going back to the pre-release kind of stuff. Like, were you able to pull off anything crazy?
So I think like for me, I kind of mentioned before that the turtle. The ambling storm shell was just putting in work for me. But I did have the wingspan stride where I could give a creature +1/+1 and flying that enchantment. So flying in limited, a flying turns into a 6/10 in the air. A flying 6/10 in the air and drawing three cards is kind of hard to deal with unlimited because then there's just like, well, there's pretty much over a fourth of your life on one swing, and I just replenished my hand in blue, so it's gonna be an uphill battle from here for you, bud.
Yeah. I think the craziest thing I did was I had the Jeskai Brushmaster, um, and it's it's one colorless, blue, red, white, orc monk with double strike, and then it also has prowess. And so prowess is whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn, and it's a 2/4. And I was able to hit my opponent for 10 2 turns in a row with it. So like I was kind of spell slinging and pulled off a win that was kind of like I did not think I was going to win because I was playing against somebody that was really good at limited format type stuff. And even he got excited and was like, "That's awesome. Good job." And I was like, Usually, I mean, Keith had somebody rage quit on him. So, it's just like
Yeah.
very rarely do I see somebody lose just even just one of the 3 rounds and be okay with it. And it was kind of cool to see somebody be like, "Holy crap, that was awesome to see." Because like he was even helping me out, like, "Hey, this is happening. Like you should do this." And I was like, "Well, I didn't even like pay attention just because sometimes I have a hard time with the newer cards." And that was kind of cool. It was dirty but cool at the same time.
One of my games I lost was very similar, where they had that, and then they also pulled that equipment where it like costs less to equip for the number of colors in the card's identity. So I got hit with a double strike version of that, and I was just like, man, it was in the cards. That was the cool thing about Jeskai is I feel like the it's so splashy and everything, so you just get your butt kicked, and you're like, that was cool as heck. I can't even say anything. I had like 1,000 monks crying flank crying flank front fly. I'm having a stroke. I smell toast. Flying flying crane technique. Oh my
Yeah,
God. You to the face and you're dead.
yeah. Uh, I got excited there because my phone went off and it reminded me that season 2 of The Last of Us just premiered.
Oh, I saw that was coming out. I need Max
Ooh,
so bad.
ooh. Just come over and we'll watch it.
Okay, besties.
Let's do
Um,
it.
my sort of moves were basically just revolving around creature removal. So I have like a Jeskai Monument,
Mm-hmm.
but for like 4 mana, you can tap sack it to get 2 burbs,
Sack
and
tap it.
then Stadium. I
I
don't know why
cannot
I'm still
read that,
showing off.
buddy.
Yeah, I know, I know. Stadium Headliner. It has mobilize, and then you can pay 2 to sacrifice it and deal damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature. Just, pumping out the tokens real quick and just destroying stuff in the middle of combat is really nice. Definitely helped me answer a lot more things than I probably should have.
Oh, did any of you guys get the Dragon Sniper? I was lucky enough to pull one in my limited deck, and I only got it in one game. It would have been so helpful, but that is the one drop human archer that has vigilance,
Oh,
reach, and death touch. That just deters people from attacking you so nicely. And if you're doing like a mid-range control deck, it just buys you time because no one wants to send in their badass dragon just to get
yeah.
it wrecked by a 1/1 with death touch and reach. So
Yeah, I ran into that and that was pretty scary. I didn't pull one though.
I don't know if I did or not. I don't have my cards with me.
yeah, I feel like humans, like if you have a human deck, you got a lot of gas in Tarkir. There's a lot of good humans.
Yeah, I think the biggest like non Narset human that I got was Surak, the elusive hunter that Sam I think is excited to build. But he's two and a green, and he was putting in work for me actually. He's a legendary that says this spell can't be countered, trample, whenever a creature you control or a creature your spell you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, draw a card. So he's pretty fun. And then the Dragonologist was a fun one. So she's two colorless and a blue. 1/3. When this creature enters, look at the top six cards of your library. You may reveal an instant, sorcery, or dragon card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Untapped dragons you control have hexproof.
Hmm.
So that that one, I had two of those in my deck, and it was helping me so much. Like I didn't really pull dragons with it. I was just pulling out like mostly sorceries that would help me out. The downside of it is you reveal it and they know that it's in your hand, but they
Yeah.
don't know what else is in your hand unless you only have that one card. So like if you wait a couple turns, sometimes people that you play forget what you pick up, and I just kind of roll the dice and hope that that's what happens sometimes. But you know who was putting in work against me? That was a real bummer and made a round go by in like maybe 6 minutes, and I went and watched Keith play an entire round almost.
Wait, what
Was
happened?
Ugin, the new Ugin.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Like when that came out, it
it's a pretty
wrecked me
big
so
bump.
hard. It sucked. It was like not a fun card to go up against, and like I after you play it one time, then you know that that person can get it back out again. It did not end well. I was seriously done with an entire round, lost 2 out of 3 in like maybe 5 minutes. Like it was that quick.
Yeah, that Ugin is disgusting.
And
Uh,
you got one. So congratulations.
Oh
yeah,
God, those are all crazy expensive. Gee, yeah, good job.
yeah. I
Yeah, you
just
got you got Ugin and Elspeth, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I got a box at the event, and it was an insanely lucky box. I will not have any good pulls for the rest of the year, but I did manage to get both
Were
of those
those
out.
were those both in the same box?
Yeah, they were.
Oh my
They were.
Ooh.
gosh, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Congrats.
yeah. I don't know where to use them yet. Oh, I did actually swap out commanders from a commander that I got in the box. Uh, I had the Yasova Dragon Claw, which was from the OG Tarkir, and that is one where at the beginning of combat you can pay one blue or red. Uh, if you do gain control of a creature with power less than Yasova Dragon's Claw until end of turn, it gains haste. So yes, pretty much like active treason on a stick.
Hmm.
And I replaced it with the Eshki Dragon Claw, which
Ooh.
is the teamer, one in teamer, vigilance trample ward at the beginning of combat on your turn. If you've cast both a creature and a non-creature spell, draw a card and put two counters on it. I really enjoy it. It is a lot of fun to, and then also you're not automatically uh, arch enemy by playing the Yasova, where people know that you'll be like touching their cardboard and stealing their stuff, and like I feel like you get the ire of the table really quick with that one. Eshki's more of a sleeper build. You just kind of build up some counters and you kind of get in for some damage. So I think that'll be a fun one to bring against you guys.
Dang. Yeah, I was looking to build that actually. Eshki Dragonclaw. I pulled one too. I'm looking at it. Bink.
So you build it too. We can have Eshki versus Eshki.
What's going on in your deck mostly?
It's uh
No, no, no,
mostly
don't tell him.
Oh, okay, even
Let's make it a
better.
surprise.
it's
I think
like
that'd be fun.
Creature,
Like you both build the
non-creature.
same exact deck, same commander, and then we just see. what you bring to the table. And I
I
think
feel
that's what's fun about Magic, really.
I think he and I are drawn to a lot of the same commanders most of the time.
Yeah.
Like half the time he builds what I'm thinking about building. He's just faster at it. Like, Josh struck again.
You
Bracket
we can
game.
you can build the same decks. That's the fun thing.
I
They'll be
all
different.
right.
Same
Yeah.
exact cards.
Just you
Just
don't
who
have to
can
feel like
shuffle
you're co
better.
yeah, you don't have to feel like you're copying me just because you are.
Oh man.
Dude, that'd be a fun thing to do. How about sometime we should uh build each other's like icon commander in like our own style. Like like Keith builds Kadur, you build snakes, I build Nekusar, something like that. Just kind of like uh
Yeah,
that'd be funny to see like how would you take my commander and what would you do with it?
that would be fun.
I like that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's something we haven't done yet.
But then
I'm gonna start doing some quirky stuff like that.
we gotta switch out Sam's too. So maybe Sam builds sneaks or pirates because Keith's a big pirate guy too. So he could build pirates too. And then I could build one of Sam's decks, but I don't have the budget.
No, no, that would be how you do Sam's decks. You do a budget version of it, and then if you beat Sam's deck with Sam's deck for like under $15 and just
It would be fun to make like a popper version of one of his decks though.
yeah. That's the fun thing about Commander is like the format it can draw it out enough. You can do some like suboptimal cards that do similar things and get it done.
Yeah, still get to point B, but just kind of take a, you know, side
I,
stroll.
and I think that's how you discover like slept on cards that have a lot of value. Like if you go to like the like deck building websites, they just do it off of popularity and not necessarily that popularity is often the most efficient, but it's not technically always. So
Mhm.
you can think outside the parameters that people normally build around them and have a lot of fun. And there's nothing more fun than hitting people with a card that they've never seen before, or someone picking up your card, be like, "What the heck is this?"
Mhm.
Yeah,
Uh,
Oracle's searching on Scryfall is really good for that. You just copy paste something from a text box and then you'll find multiple copies of cards that do nearly the same thing. And
Yeah,
then you can
and then
sort by price and whatever you want from there.
I kind of like using EDH Rec because then it says like it has the popular cards, but then it says if it's like an actually a good card to be using with your commander.
Something fun that everyone should do is go to the uh, go to not the OG Ravnica, but the Return to Ravnica, and grab some Blood Rush cards. Like there's the uh and Blood Rush something. It can't be countered because it's the activated ability that does it, and give something +3/+3 and double strike. It's no one expects it. Everyone forgot about Blood Rush, and you
I see.
will murder people out of nowhere every time, and they'll have to
Oh.
look at your card and be like, I held up a counter spell, but what happened?" It's fun.
Dang.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot
Yeah.
of those.
Yeah.
Huh.
Blood Rush people, play them. They're dirt cheap. They're
You
dirt cheap. They're pennies. The best ones are still pennies.
you heard it here first. Yeah, there's a lot of really good ones on there.
No, not bad. This one's +X+X. Dang, okay. Yeah, I wasn't even aware of this.
Yeah, everyone forgot about Blood Rush. It's freaking the best. I have a Nikia deck, so like I can't play non-creature spells. So, but activating the ability, which is Blood Rush in your hand, then I can do like combat tricks, and no one expects Nikia to be able to do combat tricks. It's a lot of fun.
There's
Yeah, that'd
also
be
Rush of Blood. from Avacyn Restored.
You're
Target
good.
creature gets plus X plus O until end of turn where X is its power.
Yeah, you're.
Heyo.
It's
Tack
fun.
that on to the end.
Uh, I rushed of blood. My blood rushed creature, and
My Blood Rush Gore Clan Rampager.
yes. Ah man, I
Ooh,
love
do you
those
have
words.
a Viashino Shanktail?
Uh, I believe so. Is that like the +4/+1?
Almost.
No, it's close. It's +3 +1, but I just like Viashino. It's my favorite kind of cherry. Uh,
Uh, dude,
oh man.
we should do. I have a bunch of ideas right now, but we should do a magic cocktail night. Like have like a signature like magic cocktail.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
that would be
cool.
fun.
So anyway, Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering. We gathered
Yeah.
so much magic today.
Uh,
I can't believe how much magic we gathered.
so much magic.
Oh, I didn't go to that shop to check out promos, by the way.
Dude.
Maybe I'll do tomorrow.
Uh,
I didn't do it too much today at
uh,
all. Big potato.
yeah, let me know, and if they let you take pics or like a quick video of what's in there, that would be cool.
Yeah, well, I told you it's just like the stamped cards, like, from what? That's the wrong one. So
Like
just
the
like the year stamps.
Stink
okay,
face.
so that's all it is. It's not like the promos that they
Yeah,
get.
not like limited time stuff.
Oh,
I don't
farts.
think.
Okay.
Not like store, like Wizard store promos.
Okay, so they wouldn't have the ones that I was talking about then.
No, they might have those in the regular binders, but they're not free like these ones are.
Okay. What we're talking about, Josh, is when you play in events at next level, you get points. And then they have a binder that you use your points for, and you can basically get some cards for free using your points. That's
Right
what we're
on.
talking about. Like when you win a match, you get what is it, Keith? 2 points.
Yeah.
And then if you lose a match, you get 1 point. And then if you win, like overall, you get I don't know. So we've got to figure out how many points we have, and then
Yeah,
we
he's got like
cash
10.
in.
I've shopped there a decent amount. I think I have around 10, 15 or something. So
Yeah.
yeah, at the least it's a couple free cards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then in some events, you just get points just for joining in too.
Yeah.
So
And it's like cards and not like turning in your tickets for like those plastic vampire teeth and
No.
like parachute army men.
yeah,
No. Also, yeah, you can get points even if you go on like their casual commander night. You don't even have to pay anything
Keith, did you get added to a random commander night the other, like yesterday,
on what?
on the Magic Companion app?
No.
I got a notification that I was like accepted into an event last night at like 9 p.m. and it
Okay.
like signed me up and gave me points, and I don't even know like who it was for, where it was
What?
at.
That's weird.
Like I signed in to like see where it came from and no clue. So like
Huh.
somehow my app got signed into like a Wizards event that I did not. I was at
That's
home yesterday.
crazy.
It was weird because like when you do those, you have to put codes in and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was like somehow my stuff got used. Did I get
So
hacked?
so I something I saw which was interesting, you know how like whenever you do those pre-release events, you would get the card with the arena codes.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
So I got onto Arena. I was like, well, I don't guess I didn't get the cards in these anymore. I guess they don't do that anymore. I logged in and it automatically gave me the packs for the pre-release.
Wow. It's just linked to your Wizards account.
Yeah,
Okay.
I saved a little bit of cardboard, and that's what we like to do here, save cardboard.
Ah, they're so sustainable. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job, Wizards.
I kind of wish there was a way to like see previous events that you played in.
Yeah, I wish it showed like past records on there. Maybe it does on like their desktop site or something.
I
Because
feel. Yeah, it would be nice, but also I feel like that might make people like sweatier if they're like, this goes on my permanent record. I'm gonna play so mean and no friendlies ever.
I would I'm just curious because I want to know how I got randomly signed into an event yesterday with being
Hmm.
at home.
Yeah, I tried.
It's just weird to me. I want to know if I got hacked because I don't want my stuff
I
flipped.
did really well at one of the good games ones. We went to an indie, and I want to see how well I did because I thought I did like top 10 on one of those. And I wish I could check somewhere, but can't.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I like screenshot the last one that we went
Oh.
to is so I could like remember. But I feel like the event that we went with you, Josh, I can't remember what set that was, but we
Mm,
did a pre-release with
that might
you.
have been Neon Dynasty.
No, I don't think it.
I know we did that.
Did we do New Capenna?
That was my other guess. I don't know. I don't think I did a New Capenna draft
I thought it
pre-release.
was like a master's set. Like
Oh,
um
we did Dominaria like we did like the Dominaria remastered for sure. That was like a real draft where we passed the cards around in a circle.
yes, yeah, that's the one that I
I
remember
haven't
because
done that.
I did awful.
It's
I've
That's the
only
one
done
that
that
you
like
won, I
once.
think, right?
yeah, it was
Yeah.
just uh it just just my spoiler alert for how I build in my strategy for any sort of limited is just try to survive until you can drop like a 5 drop flyer. That's just really, if you can do that,
Yeah,
you're gonna it probably be on the top half of the heat. It's it's I'm not the smartest man ever. I just do that and it works out most of the time.
I
Just
may not be a smart man, but I do know how math works.
yeah, just if you can get to a 5 drop flyer, you'll probably do okay most of the time. Just
that was
that in your
mine
heart.
at the pre-release. I think every game was like really, really close. Like we both got down to single digits, but I still ended up just barely losing out most of mine.
My last round, I only won because I top decked to win at the very like last draw, or else I would have lost that last one, and I would have ended up in 14th, I think, 14th or
I want to play
15th. I
some
can't
more.
remember.
That was a lot of fun. I
Yeah,
just want to try again. Do
it was
better.
fun. It's nice when you have like I feel like we had a pretty good group of people with that 30. It was like an even keeled group of people. Like there were some kind of crusties, like
Mhm.
where they were kind of like angry or like playing to like I'm gonna kill you. But I
Yeah,
feel like for the most part, like everybody was having a good time and like
yeah.
even with losses, it
I
was like, oh
played
yeah, that was still cool to see.
Yeah,
I
everyone
played
at
one guy and he was like a really big grinder. And did we tell you that he was at this he was at the same pre-release that you went to, Josh?
no.
I I was gonna like pull up a picture or something, but yeah, he went to the same one. He did them like all weekend long. I
Yeah,
Was
think
so
he
like
was the one with the bobby pin tattoo, right?
I don't know. He was wearing long sleeves. I couldn't tell.
Oh, then
uh,
no.
okay, so but I think that I really enjoyed like the event at Moonshot. Everyone I played against was super cool. Like even like winning or losing, everyone was pretty chill. I got the ones I did lose. Like they were close and we were just kind of excited to just be in that environment and be that close. It was like having like that adrenaline of having like a really close game and being everyone was uh pretty competitive, so it made for fun magic.
A lot of the people I played with pretty much primarily played Commander too, except for one guy who only does limited. But yeah, mostly like Commander dominant people.
Mhm.
And a lot of people are like, "Oh, this is my first time drafting." Like Tarkir just was so bright and flashy, it drew them in.
Which is fun.
Yeah,
Yeah. And we learned about Star Wars, the Star Wars trading card game.
yeah. It's not super popular.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it'll be more popular if they cross over some stuff with the space plane that we get at the end of the year.
That looks
Ooh,
cool. I
that's
don't know
gonna
that
be
much
sweet.
about it, but it
It's
looks
gonna be
pretty
full
baller.
of Eldrazi. That's what I'm scared about. We
Is it
Uh,
just
really?
we just got dragons and we're about to get a whole bunch of Eldrazi.
Oh,
so I think, and now we're gonna see the everyone in Marvel survive in space without a helmet. We'll see how that goes. Some characters will do better than others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vision should be okay.
Mysterio, just fine.
Yeah. Totally fine.
his big fish ball.
Yeah. So,
Well, Jace will be fine because they're Space Bellerin.
oh heck
Ooh.
yeah.
Jace will be good.
Mhm.
Who
So,
else would who else
I
would
want
be
to
okay out
draft an
there?
unset.
that'd be
Like the
fun.
most recent one would be really fun to do, but there's all these like stickers and stuff.
I feel like, yeah, just like stickers was like the biggest deterrent. It was just like,
Hmm.
I have to learn something new.
Well, and yeah, I didn't want to. Some of those stickers were so cool that I didn't want to waste them. There is there were like these kits with past unsets that you could do. So we could find those kits and we could do that.
That
Yeah.
sounds good.
You should bring your Jumpstart cube so we can try that out next
Yeah,
time we meet up. I want to do some sort of drafting, even though that's like pseudo drafting.
yeah, for sure. We can absolutely do that. Something else we could do is we could just pull three uh, different colored jump starts, get a random Tarkier tricolored commander, and just do that and just see whatever random crap that we have in a pile and try to get stuff played.
Yeah, I keep talking about cubes. I really want to build one so we have like a reliable like draft environment to play around with.
Well, and I've got all of my proxy cards and you've got proxy cards. We can make one of those scribble cubes.
Yeah. I was thinking about, well, Cube Cover is a big site where everyone like posts their like curated cubes and stuff. I was gonna look up a list and then proxy a whole cube. I've probably mentioned that before, but yeah, it'll probably cost like 100 to like 150 or something like that, which isn't terrible.
No.
But either go like super high powered or yeah, I don't know how to craft a cube. You go like 15 creatures of every color and then yeah, I don't know what the breakdown is, but it could be done with like any pool of cards,
Well, and then
technically.
isn't that where you get the cubomajig and then you put like the cards in the cubomajig and they're like each individual packs kind of,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
everybody opens a pack and then passes.
yeah, you could do, yeah. They make like reusable packs for just for cubes like that.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
They make reusable packs and just like get a box of Ziploc baggies.
Who's the most jank cube? I
Yeah.
might pull out like a stack of cards I have and see if I can Sharpie something cool. I have, yeah, a whole bunch of random cards over here. Did you guys watch any of those videos? One of them was like a whole commander one, but the other one was a short, which was pretty short, and it was more traditional like cube and not commander, Sharpie, whatever.
Yeah,
I
I was
was a,
I was paying attention to that when it was first going around. So
I was a bad friend and I didn't watch any of
No,
them.
no. It's called a redacted cube or Sharpie cube. I don't know. It just looks like a lot of fun shenanigans.
yeah, we were having fun like sending those back and forth to like between me, you, and Dylan. Remember
Yeah,
that?
that was big like 2 or 3 months ago, like
Yeah.
January or something. Yeah. Okay, do we want to
Does
Does
this episode
say,
resolve?
yeah.
I,
This
I
is
I think this episode resolves.
Oh,
I'll pass.
all
It
right.
resolves.
All right. We'll see everybody
Okay, GG. Good
next
luck
week.
editing.
Later.
Thank you. Bye. We'll be right back. Just kidding. We won't. We're done. Bye, Josh.
Bye bye.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Hexproof from Ward. If you like what you heard, you can continue to listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can watch us on YouTube. You can also give us a follow on Instagram and Blue Sky. We'll see you next week.